the responsibilities of doing things that are secure and private and the like. And we spend a lot of time talking about that. I'm sure all of us have had the experience in a doctor's office of finding out that you re-enter the same information multiple times. Certainly, sharing systems is a key aspect of that. You move to the cloud, and all of a sudden, the ability for the small creator, whether you're trying to create a new application, /website, a new game, hopefully, for our Xbox Connect system, the opportunity to do that as an individual or a smaller company really climbs quite dramatically. Because all of that infrastructure, the clients, the servers, it's all there for you in the cloud. You don't have to sit there and say, oh, I've got to buy servers, or I've got to reserve capacity at the hoster. You just want to write your application and have it propagated. If you're a scientist, we're going through this right now, one of the big problems for scientists is actually sharing experimental data and all being able to operate and collaborate on the same data set. The cloud, again, serves as a point of answer. There's a lot of work to do. There's a lot of work to do, both in terms of creating commercial infrastructure that enables opportunity, but also working on privacy and security. If you look at the kinds of things we've done in Internet Explorer, just on in-private browsing, just as a small example, there is a lot of work to be done to make sure that as people commit more and more of their lives to kind of shared technology infrastructure, they can do that in a way in which they have great confidence and success. I talk about the cloud as a place that learns and helps you learn. I'm going to avoid the show. How many people here use the word processor? Everybody uses the word processor. In the old days of a word processor, we built in these things called spell checkers. People like spell checkers. They're quite handy. They're quite nice. The fact of the matter is, spell checkers are better today than they ever were before. Because now, instead of just looking at your own mistypings, we can look at your own mistypings and compare it to the mistypings of everybody else on the planet, in any language on the planet. And the spell checker can get better and smarter every day. I take that as a small example, but it leads into a whole host of examples. Again, with appropriate respect for people's privacy being important, the ability to have systems learn and get smarter by seeing what people around the planet are doing is very, very helpful. Search engines work this way. Particularly, one of the things we're trying to do is we break in against the Goliath in the search business with our big technologies. We're trying to be smarter in recognizing user intent. When you type the word flower into a search engine, we're trying to understand what did you mean statistically. Not just what are the 10 most relevant links, but it turns out 9 out of 10 times when people type the word flowers in, they want to buy stuff. Or maybe it's 6 out of 10, and 3 out of 10 they want horticultural references. How do you help understand and learn statistically what people want and anticipate the world for them? So I like to say the cloud learns, but the cloud also is a place that helps you learn. It doesn't just learn about you and learn about others. It should help you learn and explore and navigate and take action. And I think those aspects are quite important. During the height of the kind of economic meltdown of whatever, it feels like a long time ago, 2 years ago, I guess. During the height of the economic meltdown, I'm sitting there in my office over Christmas saying, oh my gosh, it doesn't mean much for the technology. It's going to be fine, but we might have a little less buying here in the near term. What should we do? What's happened in the past in economic downturns? This is cataclysmic. And what I really wanted to do was I to say to myself, I want to see what happened with GDP growth in economies that have